So we're going to hear from a musical genius in a couple of minutes. And he was inspired by an event, not just by an event, but by the people that were at the event. We did an opioid youth summit in Lowell, Massachusetts last year, and it was the first of two large events that we did. But we had about 5,000 kids, but we had about 250 parents. Many of them are here tonight. You'll notice that they're holding photos of their loved ones that they lost. And Sully walked in, and the first thing he saw was the parents, and he thought that the room was filled with people who had lost their kids. And then the event went on, and they went up on stage, and he came to me and he said, "Bro, how can I get involved? What can I do? I got to be involved in this. I wanna help." And that started a journey that really leads us to this moment right now. It's right here. And, I can't tell you how important it is for people, high-profile people, to put themselves out there, because it does so much to educate people, but it also does so much to end the stigma. Okay, we have so much stigma wrapped around this deadly epidemic, and people are just, I don't know, they just don't understand, they don't know, they're afraid, and they say things that are really hurtful sometimes, and it's just a blessing to have a guy willing to get out in front and say, "I want to make a difference." And so,
Do you want to tell a little bit about the video?
yeah, so the video, so if you understand anything about the music business, which doesn't really even exist anymore, it's crazy, the record business. But Sully had a solo album, and he said, "I want to send you some songs, maybe there's something we can do to do something together." And he sent me a song, and it already had a video, and it's the song you'll hear tonight, "Different Kind of Tears." And he said, "I want to call my record label, and I want to talk to them and see if maybe we can shoot a new video, something that's more related to what's going on." And so we had a conference call, and we talked these people into throwing away the money they already spent and shooting another video. And so many people, so many of the parents were involved in the video itself. And also, nobody can see them because I can't see them, but shout out to my man Joe.
I can't see any of you, but I know you're there.
And my nephew Oscar was the lead in the video. And it was, if you go on YouTube, go out there and find the video, because it's a very beautiful and emotional video, and the song is amazing. It's called we're showing it right here, right now.
Well,
You'll see it right now. Yeah.
But still, go to YouTube and check it out afterwards.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But you won't get the live performance with it like you
No, you
will
will
here.
not.
But this is Sully Erna.
Sully?
Hi.
Hi.
We have to move this stuff.
So I just want to say, to begin, it's a real honor to be here. I myself have lost a few friends along the way to drug addiction, and growing up in a city like Lawrence, Massachusetts, as everyone here probably is familiar with, it's certainly not the most positive environment to grow up around, but I learned a lot from it, and this kind of subject and this atmosphere really hits home for me. So, we wrote this song a while back, and Jim had heard it and thought it would be a really good opportunity to be able to help get the awareness out there, so we can step up a little bit more as people, friends, family, as parents, to get more involved with our kids and stuff like that. I have a 16-year-old daughter myself, and I certainly don't hope she ever gets into some kind of situation like this. So I want to be able to take the experiences I've had from the streets and give back a little bit more to help maybe inspire some of the younger kids out there to do some more positive things and use the gifts that they have, like music for one, to be able to be inspired by and aspire to. So We're going to do a song that we wrote called Different Kind of Tears, as Jim had mentioned. I have no... Oh, now I have monitors. And then hopefully by the end of today we can go home and maybe we can lift your spirits a little bit and give everybody a little bit more hope that there is a better future out there and we can make a difference by doing these kind of events. So I want to just say thank you guys all for having me here. This is a real honor. And this is our song called Different Kind of Tears.
Losing a child is just something that it's difficult to put into words. When our children were going through addiction, at least I know for myself, I had hope. There was always hope that he would get better, that he would recover, and that life would be normal. When we lose a child, we don't just lose that child, we lose an important part of our future.
Understand the sort of emptiness holding the key, trying to breathe. It's a different kind of it's a different kind of lonely. It's a different kind of pain. Don't act like you know this, 'cause what you don't see is buried inside of me. All these cries, always trying to disappear. It's a different kind of fear.
thought that maybe Sully would be willing to do this. I really didn't know what to expect. I was thrilled with the answer, and I have some coworkers here. You can ask me when I got off the phone with Jim. I came into the kitchen because he happened to call me at lunchtime, and I was crying, and they're like, "What? Are you okay? You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, these are happy tears this time. They're happy tears because this great thing is going to happen." And I think that Sully and Jim, lending their personalities and their you know, they're famous to this cause, really touches a lot of people and says a lot, and it helps us to get the message out. So thank you for that. So, at this point, I just want to explain a little bit about what's going to happen. We're going to do the candle lighting, and I'm going to babble on and do all my thank yous while that's happening. So I would like to have a good friend of mine, Dan Papagno, come up. Dan currently serves in the armed forces, and the reason that I chose him or asked him to do this is because Dan lost his good cousin, who he was very close to, Dave Gove. He was in the video at the beginning this year to a drug overdose. And what that means, you know, Dave was a professional hockey player and a professional hockey coach. And I think this just goes to show, once again, that this disease can happen to anyone. It, you know, even people that you think have everything going for them, it still happens. So, Dan, I really appreciate you coming up and doing this for us. Dan's going to light the candle, and then he's going to light volunteer candles, and we're going to light candles throughout. If you don't have a candle, feel free to use your cell phone. Everybody has one. And then I'm going to have Father Mark Bishop come up, and we're going to do a closing prayer and have a moment of silence. And then I think our guest artist has agreed to do one more song, if you feel like it. Anybody want to hear another song? I thought you might like that. So after we do the moment of silence, Sully and his bandmates are going to do one more song. And then at the end of that, if you could extinguish your candles and find the volunteers who will hopefully be standing at either end of this area here to return the candles, that would be great. So Dan, if you could start the honors. And where are my volunteers? There you are. I can't see anything from up here.